So yeah folks, that was Star Trek Armada. A game that I like to play quite a lot actually. I played it I think 2 times to the end, which is quite a lot for a strategy game. At least when you consider that it's crashing all the time and some missions are, well, just easy, and sometimes the enemy has just an uber advantage to all the other well, to your defenses and so on, so sometimes it was really annoying, but most of the time I think this game's actually quite fun. First off, because I'm a Star Trek fan, and secondly because there is not really so many games out there that I actually play in the Star Trek universe, so yeah, Star Trek Armada was quite a well programmed game back then, and it has its moments, definitely. Has a few strategic things with the ranged shooting class ships and all the special abilities that ships have, so they really fit in quite well together, I think. But let me tell you something to that last scene there. Picard said, "You don't see the premonition anywhere." You don't? Because it just opened a portal right beside your ships and flew back to the time that they came from. How can you not see that? It was right beside you. Sometimes this is weird. Things like that, they should be recognized. They should know that. It's just in range and they see something's happening, so just, well, see it. I mean, you have senses. You're in the whatever century you are. Your eyes are obviously sometimes blind. But okay. That's my rant for the last. So, Star Trek Armada. What else is there to tell? I think my favorite race is the Federation. Why? Because I guess I just keep on growing up on the TNG series, and I liked Picard. I liked the Federation because, well, I don't speak Klingon, and the Romulans just look green. Too much green for my liking. So, yeah. The Federation also has its moments because I think all the films and all the rest of the merchandise really appeals more to the humans at that point. Of course, there are still some other films like Nemesis, for example, which also show the Romulan part a little bit better, but I think for the most of the time the films are really centered on the Federation. Sometimes the Borg, as in First Contact, and that was a very good film actually. First Contact was one of the best films I actually watched in the Star Trek universe. And yeah, I like the films, I like the fan fiction, I like the whole universe actually. Yeah, so let's actually go, since the credits are rolling, let's go through the films that I actually viewed. The first one I didn't like it that much because of this feature thingy, and well, I have to admit though, I have seen most of the films only in German up to this point, unfortunately. So I've seen Nemesis in English, I've seen First Contact, Insurrection. I think that's it, what I saw in English really. Because most of the time we don't have the possibility here in Germany to view them in English, so unfortunately I'm stuck with DVDs when I get them, or have the possibility to view them somewhere else. So yeah, the first film wasn't that a good one actually, I think. But the second one I actually liked. The Wrath of Khan definitely was a very good film in my opinion. I didn't like the end because of Spock's death, but it all fit together very well. The third film, I don't have so many memories about that film, but I think from what I recall, it's not one of my favorites really. I mean, all this Search for Mr. Spock thing is quite okay, I guess, but there are better films than that. The fourth one was actually one of my favorites because I like this only in this film though. I like time travel stuff. Not because of the whales or anything, but because that Federation is in danger and you need to go back in time to save it. That made a real good impression on me. And besides Spock and Kirk in that generation of the 20th century, that was really, really good. And was really well made in my opinion. So I like that very much. The fifth film again was one of the films I didn't enjoy that much because was it with its Sarek stuff and chasing to the end of the world and finding not God but rather this, I don't know, evil spirit, whatever it is, thing. It was weird. I didn't enjoy it that much. The sixth film, on the other hand, was a very good one. Especially with all these different things that happened around and character development and one person like Uhura first talking in Klingon and saying total, well, weird stuff to the Klingons on the planet. That was really enjoyable. And of course Kirk got the Enterprise back and so on. They flew into the sun and everyone was happy and so on. The seventh film, the Generations one, well, I'm not really sure about that film. It was quite good actually, but it didn't really spark the flame on the conversion from Kirk to Picard era. I'm not really sure. I mean, sure, Picard was a new captain and Kirk was the older captain and they worked together to beat Soren, but the storyline, I mean, this whole Nexus band thingy, it was a little bit weird. I didn't like it that much. It was okay, but definitely not one of the favorite ones. Then after Generations, I think there was there First Contact and then Insurrection? I think it was like that. Yeah, I think First Contact was the next one, which was a very good film, although this Borg Queen thingy was a little bit weird, I think, because we all know the Borg are the collective and it's all the we and not the I, and that was a bit strange, but I think the film was very well made and a little bit with new next-gen graphics and all this Saffron Cochrane stuff was really, really well done, and especially Data in all this film, like feeling human and having these emotion chips activated and feeling fear and so on, was really, really, really good. And then came Insurrection, and I'm not really sure what to think about that film really, because it wasn't bad but it wasn't good either, so it's probably stuck in the middle a little bit. But I think from the storyline, Insurrection was okay. Wasn't the best one, but definitely okay. And then came Nemesis at the end. And I think the best thing about Nemesis was the graphical effects. I'm not so sure about the story, but it was also okay. So yeah, before these credits end, I want to say I enjoyed playing Armada. I really like it a lot. And I hope you tune in for the next Let's Play, whatever that might be. I don't know yet. At least I have one thing up on my sleeve, but I'm not sure if I want to do that right away or later. But definitely going to do it. Will be another strategic gameplay, but not strategic game in this case, so no real-time strategy, but something special. Something that is not so often on YouTube yet either, but has deserved it. So yeah, let's watch the credits to the end. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I don't know what to talk about anymore. Oh, actually I do. Deep Space Nine. Some people have told me they like Deep Space Nine, and I should view it, watch it, whatever. I really have to admit, Deep Space Nine, I've seen it in a few episodes with my friend, but I don't really know. I mean, I've seen a few episodes, but what I saw, it's not really that good. I mean, maybe I'm just not into that anymore, but I couldn't get to really get the spark off with Deep Space Nine. I don't know. It just wasn't my kind of series, I guess. What else is there? The original Enterprise series, Captain Archer and all that stuff. I'm not really sure if I like it that much. I saw the pilot episode and I was like, what? I should view this stuff? Well, I didn't like it that much, not really. So, yeah, mostly TNG in my times. What else is there, or was there? Voyager? Yeah, I viewed most of the episodes of Voyager. I enjoyed them a lot because of their we're trapped in the Delta Squadron and we need to get home thing. But yeah, at the end was a little bit weird too. Also against all these ships they fought and they won all the time, so it was a little bit strange, but I think that's it. So yeah folks,